Hi everyone, Joe Gentili from Sarraf Gentile LLP. So one of the overarching reasons that we have this YouTube channel is to give people information, and hard to find information about mandamus lawsuits in particular, but immigration litigation in general. And we recognize that these are really weighty decisions that people have to make. It's very important for them, and we want them to make the decision about what to do, whether to file a lawsuit or not, for instance, with as much information as possible. And so along those lines, one of the things that we're trying to demystify is the cost of filing these lawsuits. So we've done videos before on attorney's fees, and the market generally charges $5,000 plus in attorney's fees to file a mandamus lawsuit. I've seen some people go as high as $7,000 and even a little higher than that, but $5,000 to $6,000 maybe is kind of the normal range of what people charge. The other thing is that it's usually attorney's fees plus expenses. And I want to demystify the expense part because that's always a little more vague as to what that is. So sometimes it scares people a bit. But there's really no reason to be scared, because usually the expenses for these cases are pretty modest. And just to clarify what expenses are money that the client pays that doesn't go to the law firm. It goes to another party. So for instance, if you have to pay a filing fee to the court, that would be an expense. It's money that's paid to the court. It's the attorney may collect the money, but they're not keeping it. So for mandamus lawsuits, usually there's two expenses that come up. Number one, as I mentioned, is the filing fee to the court. So as of now, late 2022, the cost to file a complaint in federal court is $402. So that's one expense that's pretty much always going to show up. The second expense that shows up is the cost to serve the complaint. So in order to impose a 60-day clock on the government to respond to your lawsuit, you have to serve it. And the way we do that is by certified mail. And the cost of doing that, it varies based off a bunch of factors, but generally it comes in less than $100. So the total expenses to file a mandamus lawsuit usually works out to be all in a little less than $500. So it's not a huge amount of money in terms of the expenses, but just so you have an idea of what the expenses are and to make it less vague, for purposes of thinking about it in your head, what the expenses are going to cost, I would budget $500 for the expenses. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or reach out. And always, if you find this video interesting, you're interested in the topic of immigration litigation and mandamus lawsuits, please subscribe. Thanks.